Hey, Isabel here. I thought I would jump on and show you where I'm at with my Deconstruct Reconstruct project. For those of you who haven't seen this from the beginning, the original design was a strapless bodice with A-line skirt, and I designed and made it for a wedding exhibition a few years ago to showcase. And it was one of the last creations I did, and I rushed it, and in fact I didn't 100% complete it, and I never felt like it was my best work. So ever since, it's been hanging in the studio on a hanger collecting dust, and I thought, let's rework this dress. The fabric is beautiful, so what a waste not to do something with it. And not only that, everything about the dress. So I'm on stage 3 now. The first stage was to completely deconstruct the original dress, unpick every section, lots and lots of this beautiful beaded tulle that I have unpicked from the original design. I was going to rework the bodice, but I haven't done, simply because I want armholes. For the new design, I want to add sleeves. This didn't have it. Yes, there are ways to attach fabric and create an armhole with a strapless, but I wanted a bodice that was a bit more solid than this. So I made this one, which is a silk dupion, but it has canvas underneath, so it really makes it quite stiff very quickly. And then the line into the skirt was A-line and had a train, so much of this satin lining to use. So I recut lining for the bodice and for the skirt as well. So, and I still have plenty more of the lining. So it's great to reuse fabric where you can, you know. It's otherwise it's just it's unnecessary waste. So I'm really pleased with that. And also, you may have noticed that the original design, strapless and then A-line, this one, armholes, and it is very slimline and cut, so it's a completely different silhouette this time. So stage 1, completely deconstruct the original design and pick every element of it. Stage 2 was create a new bodice and cut out a new lining and the skirt part of it, because that just sets the tone now of how is the skirt part of this dress going to fall. And then the third stage is where I'm at now, which is kind of my favorite stage. I love working 3-dimensionally. I love working on the mannequin or on the body if I'm fitting custom-made clothing for my clients. You know, there's only so much you can do 2-dimensionally on the flat, but then it really comes to life when you're working 3-dimensionally. And to work with lace or beaded tulle, or embroidered tulles, all of those where you can cut out shapes and start to create your own look, is just, yeah, I just love it. I do spend hours and hours doing that. So here you can see I've started to pin this really neatly, closely on the bodice. So I'm pinning in sections because I don't want it to crinkle up. I don't want the fabric to twist. I want it to look like it's, you know, part of the bodice, not layered on top. I want it all to look like one piece. Also, this bodice is a square neck bodice, but I like the idea of a high neck front. And also, I love the way that just bunches up a little bit there as well. It almost looks like, you know, when you throw a pashmina around you or a shawl or something like that. It's almost got a touch of Grace Kelly about it. And then when it comes to the side here, I didn't want the fabric to wrap all the way around, the tulle to wrap all the way around to the back, because it wouldn't have sat neatly against it. So I cut into it. I've cut these shapes here. And I will do the same to the other side. And I can start that now, just to show you what I mean. So the thing is, what I don't want to do is cut into the beadwork. So I'm going to cut in between where I can, so I don't interrupt that beaded design. Once you cut into a line of beads, it's like a domino effect. It just all comes free and falls away, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to cut in between just to release that section there on the armhole. And do that. So it's releasing it, and I can use those shapes in some way or another. Now here on the, I want that to connect with the armhole there and there. So the great thing about a dress form or a working mannequin of sort is you can put your pins right into it. It's not like a polystyrene display mannequin. You know, these are robust dress forms that you can work with. And what I will do, this won't go to waste. All of these pieces that I'm cutting away here will then be appliqued on top of this dress. So it all goes back into the design. It's just weaving your way around it at first. And then you can use your little scissors and trim all the unnecessary tulle away. So I'll just put that up there for now. But you can see I'm starting to release this, taking that away. So I just have a really neat front. I'll do the same with the back as well. I will then, once this is released, I can use all of this fabric here, place it on the back as I choose, design-wise, if I want to, put my scissors down. If I want to, use more of the flowers in one section or more of just the beads, you know, I'll decide that. That's the beauty of working on the mannequin. You can just work on it for a while, pin it, and then walk away and come back later or the next day with fresh eyes and rethink it or rework it, reevaluate, you know, because that means you're working through your design ideas and you're improving it as you go along more and more and more. So I'll do the same with the back and then cut away at the sides like I have this. And that means I then have all of these lovely little pieces here on both sides that I can interweave and place on top and around each other, kind of manipulate it as I want, and it will look seamless. There won't be a side seam there, it won't look factory made, it will really look handmade, hand put together, you know, and that's what makes it, you know, that beautiful finish, that considered finish, that quality. So I just wanted to show you where I'm at. So as I said, let's recap. Stage one was stripping away, completely deconstructed the original design, which was a strapless wedding dress with A-line skirt. And then stage two was building a brand new foundation, which is the bodice, and then the slimline skirt, so a new silhouette. And then stage 3 now is starting to work the design, you know, how I want it to look, where I want the placements to be, how much am I going to build up the flower area, the bead area, am I going to add anything else to it? I may use another type of lace, embroidered lace, or a different type of beaded tulle, and add that to this and just add a completely different look again. So you can just keep building and building and building on your design. But I really highly recommend that you take your time with it and walk away, let it breathe like a fine wine, and then come back and then work on it again. So there we go. If you like this, please like it, comment, tell me what you think. And do you like this new look compared to the original design? And if you haven't seen that, just look back over the posts and share this. Share this with anyone you know that would be interested in seeing how I deconstruct and reconstruct a design. So I will see you soon, and take care.